Good morning. It's day 43 on the Appalachian Trail. Sorry, you can probably still hear the road noise as I'm climbing up away from 19E. But I had a very relaxing 0 day yesterday at Road Mountain B&B. Highly recommend staying there if you want a very peaceful and relaxing and awesome stay. Anne and Steve were absolutely amazing hosts. The other guests there were very quiet and respectful, and breakfast was so good. Lots of fresh fruits, and it's just all around a great stay and much needed, because this week is our push to Damascus, which is crazy to think I will hopefully be in Virginia in like 7 days or less, depending on how spicy I'm feeling. But I'm kind of getting used to this climb out of, whenever you're out of town, you've always got to descend down into it and then climb back out of it the next day. So getting used to that. But today I would like to go at least 16 miles, I think, because I want to get the boots off tomorrow night so that I can try an aqua blaze, not tomorrow, but the next day. That is my weather window, essentially. Otherwise, it's looking kind of rainy. We'll see what we can get done, and, we'll enjoy the miles along the way. I'm just thinking about a conversation that I had the other day with a fellow hiker. And it was one of those hikers who, I saw one time, we'll probably never see again because they're doing 20, 30-mile days. And he stopped when I was taking a little break, climbing up a mountain. And I'm not going to say his name because maybe he was just having a bad day. But essentially, he asked me, when did you start, and how many zeros have you taken, how many miles are you doing per day, blah, blah, blah. And basically he ended the conversation by saying, you're never going to make it to Maine at the rate that you're going. You're taking way too many zeros. To which I said, have a nice hike. And that was just so, first of all, rude. Second of all, why would you say that to somebody? It's so early in the hike. Who cares how many zeros someone's taking? Obviously, don't take a zero every 2 days, but for me, it's like, if I don't take a zero once a week, I'm definitely not going to make it to Maine, because those zeros are just as much a mental recharge as they are a physical recharge and a calorie recharge. But I don't know, why do you say something like that to a fellow hiker? Again, I'm just going to assume he was having a bad day, but, it's a few days later, and I still think about that. His words just sting a little bit. And today I'm working on letting those words go, hiking my hike, and you know what? I am full of positivity and light, and I don't have any room for those negative words to be impacting my hike. It rained. It's been raining, the past few days I've been out here hiking, but this is the trail right now. It rained during my zero, and it rained the last 2 days. I think these are some deer tracks. That's fun. But the trail's a bit slippy and slidey right now. My walk through the tall grass reminds me of two things this morning. One, there was a book I read as a kid called In the Tall, Tall Grass, and I think it was about, the different animals that live in the grass. And two, it reminds me I need to retreat my gear with permethrin, because one animal that lives in this tall grass that I do not want to see is a tick. So definitely need to retreat my stuff because it's getting into tick season here. It's a bit chilly this morning, but somebody saw their first one the other day. About to pass by the cemetery over here. I imagine it'd be a pretty peaceful place to be laid to rest. One dark cloud above us, gonna dump a little rain on us. That's all right. It's like nature's air conditioning. Go, little birdie, go. Nothing like the sound of chainsaws in the morning. There's two guys back there clearing a huge flow down, and they saw me and they were like, "Yeah, hiker, you're the first one to walk through it," instead of stepping over it. So I just stopped to thank them for the work that they're doing to, make the trail passable and a bit more enjoyable. Oh, I didn't see the trail to the side, and I was like, do I have to climb over that rootstock? Oh, man. That used to be the trail. Ripped it right up. I'm pretty excited because I should be coming up to a couple of waterfalls. Wait, am I at 400 miles? Okay, I'm just before 400, but somebody made this and kind of threw me off. I still have like 0.3 left. But anyway, I am coming up to a couple waterfalls over the rest of today, and I think I'll hit a couple tomorrow. So I'm very excited for that. Here we go. Here's the 400. To be perfectly honest, I kind of forgot I was hitting 400 miles today, but that is so exciting. My brain, Damascus is the next big thing, but we had to hit that 400 mile marker first. Just coming down to the side trail that goes to Jones Falls. I think it's 0.1 or 0.2, so I'm definitely going to go over here and check it out. You can see it a little bit through the trees. I will go on a side quest for good coffee, a good waterfall, or a good mountain view. Oh, wow. That's beautiful. This is 100% worth the side quest. It's beautiful. I wonder what all this looked like before the hurricane. Turtle mode's been activated, got the poncho back out. Just wanted to say thank you to those of you who gave me some feedback regarding ponchos on the video a couple days ago. If you didn't watch that video, but you're thinking, oh my goodness, I've got some input about wearing a poncho and if I liked it or not, you can drop it in the comments here. This video will probably go live about the time I'm shopping for a poncho. So, last minute call for suggestions or advice or any of that kind of stuff. And thank you in advance. But it's looking like we got a couple bands of rain moving through, so might just be wet for the rest of the afternoon a bit. Coming up here to Mountaineer Falls. Snack time. Little memorial here, side of the road. Oh my gosh, y'all, look at my hair. It looks like I curled it. It was up in a bun this morning and I washed it so it smells great. But anywho, my favorite thing about today is that I'm only carrying half a liter of water. And that's because we're passing a marked far out water source every 1 to 2 miles today. So I just don't need to carry a lot. With all the rain, there are so many bonus water sources as well. I can definitely notice a difference in the weight of my pack. Usually I'm carrying at least 1 liter, sometimes 1.5 liters, but I did buy anything of contact solution in town, just a little 4-ounce travel bottle. I had to switch brands actually. I usually use the Renew one, I don't know how to actually say it, and all they had was True. So hopefully that's nothing crazy. I don't know. I did Google it and it said it was fine. Your eyes might sting a little bit as it gets used to the new solution. So should be okay, but you got to make do with what you got out here. Not something I really thought about, and I was on my last day essentially of contact solution. Like I didn't want to stretch it. So I probably could get the type I use in Damascus, but I've already bought the other one. So if it works good, we're going to be using that. That's a view of Hump Mountain and Little Hump over to the right. That's where I was 2 days ago. Sometimes you just gotta dance up the hills. I couldn't find any applesauce packets in Road Mountain, so we're gonna try this apple streusel bar. Verdict, it's very crumbly. It's not bad, but it's definitely not an applesauce packet. Hard to eat on the move. It is hailing right now. I'm tucked under this little rocky outcropping. I don't know if you can see it. Right now I'm at about 14 miles for the day. I would like to get in about 4 more because that will put me at 14 for tomorrow to get into Boots Off. So I'm gonna hang out here for a second and just see if this weird hail, heavy rain thing will pass. Well, it's still raining, but it's lightened up a little bit, so kicking off again. We're at Hardcore Cascades. I feel like I need to play some like screamo music or something. No, it's actually named for a trail group that maintains this area. The like hardcore trail maintainers. Woohoo! We made it. There are a few other people here, so I won't film a ton, just to respect their privacy. While I'm waiting on my water filter to fill up, I figured I'd go ahead and film the closing vlog for today. I finished today with 18.4 Appalachian Trail miles here at Morland Gap shelter. Now, the roof of the shelter was destroyed during Hurricane Helene, so you can't stay in the shelter right now, but you can tent around it. So I've got my tent set up. It is sprinkling just a little bit. I think it's supposed to rain off and on throughout the night. But tomorrow I've got about 14 or 15 miles into Boots Off Hostel, and then I'm going to see about aqua blazing on the next day if the weather's nice and there's not a crazy headwind. As I said, I'm not a purist, so aqua blazing is totally in my realm of, I don't know the whole like logistics behind it, but it's self-propelled motion, so for me it's all good. But I think it'd be a really fun way. All right, water filter is full, so I'm gonna go up, make dinner. I got mashed potatoes and little steak bites, like jerky stuff. So I'll see you guys in the morning for another great day of hiking.